One of the most rewarding transformations that you could go through in your construction business journey is transitioning from a contractor to a business owner. What do I mean by that? Being a contractor and being a business owner are actually two separate things. They're two different skill sets, and they're two different stages in your career and your growth as a business owner, as a human. This is one of the most rewarding transitions you can go through because of the freedom and the opportunities that it'll bring you in your life. It allows you to earn multiples on top of what you were earning before as a contractor, all with less stress, with more time with your family. Life will feel like a vacation. It's a beautiful thing when you get to the point of being a business owner versus contractor. So in this video, I'm going to walk you through how to do it, how to go from being a self-employed contractor to actually being a founder or a business owner and getting through that transition all in this video. If you're new to my channel, my name is Jesse Lane. I built a construction business that now runs on autopilot, and I'm now helping people all across the world, contractors like yourself, scale and automate their businesses so they have freedom in their life, so they can spend more time with their wife, if you have one. So if you're interested to check out my coaching program to where we actually help you put in the systems in your business, then check out jesselane.com and check out the coaching aspect, and we'll see you inside Automation Blueprint. But first, I want to bring up a concept which is the essence of this video, which I'm ripping off from Robert Kiyosaki, and it's called the Cashflow Quadrant. And this is a big piece of my life and who I am, and this is it. There's E, S, B, and I, and this is actually a journey, because a lot of people start as an employee, right? Maybe you've started as a superintendent or a project manager or something like that for a construction company, but maybe you want to start transitioning into owning your own business, but how do you do it? Well, the natural journey would be to go over to the S quadrant, which is self-employed or a small business. And at this point, you're doing a lot of the work yourself still. You're in this mentality of, if I want it to be done right, then I'm just going to do it myself. And a lot of people actually get stuck in the S quadrant their whole career, and then they retire and they never actually make it into the B and the I, which is the business owner and the investor. With business owner quadrant, people make you money. In the investor quadrant, your money starts making you money. So this other side of the quadrant is really where you want to be, and it's really where you want to I. The B and the I, baby. So when you get to the S quadrant, the self-employed, when you're self-employed, you're probably making more money than you did as an employee, but you're doing everything yourself. You're learning a lot of skills, which is fantastic because you need to know these skills, because eventually you need to build systems around those things. But this is often the most stressful point in your cash flow quadrant journey, because everything is seemingly on your shoulders, and it is, because you're unwilling to hire people under you and lead them, manage them, train them to do the things that you were previously doing. You're not in the B quadrant yet. And being an employee is a lot less stressful because you don't have really any responsibility. Sure, you might lose your job or mess something up for your boss. It's ultimately not the end of the world for you. If you make a huge mistake in the business tanks, you could just go find another job. It's not your baby. It's different. But it's very stressful in the S quadrant, because if you do make a mistake in your business tanks, it's your business. But the S quadrant is actually really similar in some aspects to the E quadrant, because the more time you put in, the more money you're going to get out. Just like the E quadrant, it's directly related to the hours that you put in. It's also very similar in the S quadrant, because if you don't show up, your business is going to stop. You have to show up in the S quadrant, or else everything is over. So in the beginning, you're fueled by your enthusiasm for this business and everything's exciting, and you work late nights. Believe me, I have been there for years and years at the beginning. I know the struggle. I know it's real, but you're also excited about it. But eventually, maybe you have a family and you have kids, and you start realizing that this isn't a sustainable way to live your life. Living your life in the S quadrant is the hardest quadrant to live in, and it's the hardest lifestyle, right, for you to be as a contractor. So we got to get you over to the B and the I quadrants. But how do we do it? The answer is simple. You just need to hire people and replace yourself. You need to multiply yourself by hiring people to do the things that you were previously doing. This is probably going to be a little bit awkward in the beginning, because it's like, why would you hire someone to do something that you could easily do yourself? You know how to do bookkeeping. You know how to be a superintendent and manage your projects, and you know how to estimate your projects, right? Why in the world would you hire someone to do that for you when you're totally capable? Let me ask you one question. What is the biggest, most important, most valuable currency on this earth? Time. It's not money. It's not anything else. It's time. And if you want to spend your time with loved ones, or if you want to spend your time having freedom of time, then the only way to do this is to start hiring. Even if it's stuff that you could easily do in a quarter of the time or less than someone else, it's better to hire that person who's 4 times slower than you and have them do it for you so you don't have to do it. Then you start focusing on activities that are much more higher ROI, return on investment. A huge roadblock that I see a lot of contractors get into this mindset of, well, this is my baby and it has to be done right. Well, the biggest thing for you to realize is there's a plethora of people out there that are probably better than you at doing this. If you go hire a professional bookkeeper, that person's probably going to be a whole lot better at bookkeeping than you would really ever be. You should not be doing your own bookkeeping. It doesn't make any sense. But there's one big problem. You start actually hiring these people. You're, okay, Jess, I'll go hire these people. But then your world, and this might sound contradictory, but hear me out, gets even worse, because they knock on your door. Hey, boss, I got a question. Hey, how do I do this? How do I do that? What do you want me to do? What's this? What's that? This is the trap that most business owners fall into when they're trying to go from contractor to business owner. They hire people that either don't know what they're doing, or they don't have proper systems and SOPs set up so that people actually know what to do. So you're shifting from doing day-to-day tasks as a contractor, and you're trying to get into the business owner mentality and lifestyle, but then you wind up micromanaging all these people that you just hired that are supposed to be giving you freedom, but they're not, and it's like a total frustration. So you fire them all and, I'll just do it myself. I'll do all my own estimates. I'll do all my own bookkeeping. This is too frustrating. They're doing it in 20% of the time. I could just do it myself, although I'm going to spend some time doing it. Just do it myself. It's going to get done right, and it's going to get done 4 times faster. Wrong. You're doing it wrong. You're thinking about it the wrong way. You need to find A players that follow your processes that I can help you set up, by the way, at jesselane.com. Just check out Automation Blueprint. But you need to have everything set up, because your ultimate role is not to be answering questions and micromanaging people that don't know what they're doing. That's not the goal here for you. You don't want a business that relies on you. If your org chart looks like you in the middle and everyone points to you, because I know some people like this, their org chart is literally big fat owner in the middle, and then all these spokes like a wheel point to them, right? They think it's, oh, well, I'm at the top. And no, if they went on vacation, or if they left their business for 6 months, everything would fall apart, because everyone's so used to asking them what to do, because it's all in their head. It's not in a process. You need a clear flow from everything in your company, from marketing to sales. And then you need to have your sales guy that knows exactly what your estimator needs. You need to have the estimator know exactly how to transition everything over to the project manager. You need to have your project manager have great communication with your superintendent. And this is exactly how we build schedules. This is exactly how we do our daily logs. This is exactly how we do submittals and RFIs and progress reports and everything that a project needs, that your business needs. And then everything leads into the accounting, the bookkeeping, and all the admin work. And this is exactly how it all flows. And then it just all starts over, and everything's a repeatable process from the first time you find a lead to the time you complete a project, and then do the accounting, and then pay your taxes. So what do I ultimately recommend if you're in the self-employed phase and you're trying to get to the business owner phase? You've heard me say it this whole video. It's to simply start writing down and creating little flow charts and creating checklists and creating quizzes for your staff, so that you know that they know the information on the SOP, the written standard operating procedure. Just start slowly writing down all these things. A great system to use is my software, structure.com. You could check it out, and you could just put all of your SOPs in there and then give your employees access. You just invite them to your team in the settings, and they can have access to all of your internal operations. And we also are a full project management app as well, and a CRM and everything like that. So check it out if you're interested in the best construction software in the world for contractors. But this is the biggest bottleneck eraser, is to just have written processes. Even if you just have a few main processes written down, you'll already start to feel the weight lift off your shoulders. Because ultimately the whole point of actually owning a business is to give you the freedom. You could do whatever you want with your life. You could go on vacation, you could play golf, you can do everything that you want to do in life if you just start writing down your processes. So hopefully this video was helpful to you. I'm excited to see you go and make this transition in your own life. Get off the tools on all roles in your company and watch what happens. Write down the processes and you will be free. We'll see you in the next video.